So Ben Yost with U Mortgage, and I hope you're having a great day. Hey, today I wanted to talk about all this talk about rates being up higher and all that kind of stuff. And I just wanted to let you know that rates are higher, but that could work to your advantage. And the reason I say that is because for the last couple of years, all I've watched is a lot of people get homes that they really didn't want. It was just kind of like, well, it has three bedrooms, two baths, and it does have a garage, and it is kind of in the area I want. And I guess it'll do. Where and that was because the rates were so low, and then we had the inventory problems, which we still have, and so that created this. A lot of people are actually regretting that they bought some of the homes there. The good news about the rates being up high right now is that you have choices. You can go out and probably have pick between five, six, seven, eight homes in any given area in any given price range in the state of Colorado right now, and especially in the metro area from Colorado Springs to Fort Collins and Denver and all that. And so what that does is you actually get the house you want. And you got to remember that, yeah, the rate, people talk about the rates going lower, but unless we're going to get locked down again, okay, because that's what it took to get into the low threes and high twos. It actually took us getting locked down during COVID for us to go way down like that. Over the last 30 years, we've actually averaged between 4.5 and 6.5. And so we're not that far from where the rates are usually at. So when they're saying the rates might go down, what they're saying is they might go down into the mid fives to low fives, and if we got really lucky, be in the high fours. Okay, so yes, when that happens, the good news is if you buy now, we'll be able to refi you and get you into a better payment, which is great. Okay, however, if you wait until the rates go down, which is what a lot of people, I mean, I got a whole database, and that's what a lot of them are saying is I'm going to wait till the rates go down. Okay, well, that's great because what's going to happen is then we're going to get back into this multi bidding thing. You're going to be going out there and going, I don't know, it's got three bedrooms, got two baths. I guess that's a garage. It's kind of where I want. Okay, well, let's put a bid in and hope we get it against the other seven or eight people. So maybe this is long-winded, but the point is right now you can go get a home. You probably have a really good chance to get the home you want versus when the rates go down, you're probably going to have to be bidding it out with everybody, and it's not even going to be the home you really wanted. And so if I was you, I would get out to get the home now. And then if the rates do go down and it makes sense to refi, then do it. But we've also been able to do a lot of buy downs. Okay. Now you hear 2-1 buy downs because it sounds really cool. It's actually pretty gimmicky. And it's actually something that we lenders told the sellers to do. And how it works is that instead of telling the sellers, hey, come down 20 grand, we're telling the realtors, to tell the sellers, hey, instead of coming down 20 grand, why don't you offer a 2-1 buy down? And 2-1 buy downs only cost like 12 grand, and you'll pocket 8 grand more than if you just drop the price 20 grand because it only costs you 12 instead of 20. What really happens when you do that is that if you take the same 12 grand, okay, I'm on the buyer side. Now we're talking about the buyer side. If you take the same 12 grand, so instead of being like, let's say right now, today you're at 5, 6, 7, instead of getting 1 year at 5, then you go to 6, and then you go to 7 for 28 more years. That same 12 grand would buy you right in the 6% rate. So instead of going 5, 6, 7, I'm sorry. So instead of going 5, 6, 7, okay, in the first year at 5, second year you're at 6, and then 28 years you're at 7, you could take the same 12 grand and you'd be right around 5%. I mean 6%. Okay, you'd be like 599, 5.875. And so forever, 1 through 30 years. It would be better to do that. And who knows if you'll even refi at that. So it'd be better to do that if the seller's offering that than to do the 2-1 buy down. Just buy it down to 1 fixed rate. Now, a lot of things too is a lot of people come to me and they might have, 30, 40,000. And what we'll do is we can get into 5% down or 10% down instead of 10 or 15% down. And what we can do is we can take, say $5,000 to $10,000 of that money and buy the rate down. And because of where the rates are now, we're able to buy down the rate usually to a point where I don't know if you'd ever refi. And so there's a lot of options if you get with a good lender. And you got to remember, half the lenders out there and half the realtors out there don't really know what they're doing. And not because they're bad people, it's just they don't do enough business to really know what's going on. So think about it. Your average realtor out there does one or two deals a year. Okay. That would be like if you worked a month of the year. So if you worked 1 month at your job, how much would you really know about your job? Okay. It's the same thing. Okay, and that's why I say a lot of realtors and lenders don't know really what they're doing. But if you get with a good realtor or lender, then a lot of things can happen. The other thing is the sellers are willing to make deals right now. Realtors are willing to make deals. Lenders are willing to make deals. Call me. I'll let you know. And so it's just a great time to actually buy. I wouldn't let the rates scare you just because they're a little bit higher. You'll gut through that and then you'll do what everybody else is going to do anyhow. When the rates go down, you're going to refi and that kind of thing. Anyways, I hope that helps. And I hope that you have a great weekend. It's a Friday right now. So I hope you have a great weekend. I hope that helps. And again, for any of these questions, and I realize most people that would call me aren't ready to buy yet. Okay. I hardly ever get a person who's going to call me up on a Friday and say, "Ben, I got to go call. I gotta get a house tomorrow." Nobody's doing that. Most people that call me are 2 months to 24 months away from buying. Okay, the 6 or 7 deals I'm doing this month are from people that I actually met anywhere from 3 to probably 9 months to honestly, actually, probably a couple of them are even longer than that, but you get the idea. They're 3 to 12 months ago. Um, they called me up. So what I want to do is give me a call and I'll give you information without obligation until you're ready to buy. The more educated you are, that's how you're really going to save a lot of money because then you have time to learn about all the ins and outs of the business. And I'm more than happy to do that. You can join my Facebook group. I got a monthly webinar, and I got a site where you can search homes without having to give your information every time. It's actually the same site the realtors use, and it's updated as soon as they list a home. It's in there because it's the same MLS feed that they use. If you have student loans, I partnered with a student loan place. I don't get anything out of it other than what they do is find government programs for people to lower their student loan debt, which is going to be coming due pretty soon. So, and I got an online calculator so you can even figure out what the loans are and not be $200 off like the public ones. Anyways, hopefully it wasn't too long-winded, and hopefully you're going to have a great weekend, and hopefully you're going to give me a call. Other than that, well, you have a great one, and thanks.